Kevin Gostola, and welcome to Media Dropping number 2. It comes from neoconservative Frederick Kagan, the author of such whoppers as 1998's Bombing Iraq Isn't Enough and 2007's Choosing Victory, A Plan for Success in Iraq. He wrote an essay that was published by the New York Times, and this professional shitweasel describes himself as an architect of the Iraq surge, which in the end helped create the climate for the surge of ISIS. So, of course, the Times thinks that readers need to hear what Kagan has to say as another extremist group overruns the country of Afghanistan. This guest essay, as they call it to inflate its importance, is headlined, "Biden Could Have Stopped the Taliban. He Chose Not to." Has the New York Times seen Joe Biden? Biden could not stop a runaway shopping cart, let alone the most powerful faction of armed extremists in Afghanistan that survived nearly 20 years of U.S. military occupation. Kagan writes, "I and others have argued that the investment, including the risk to America personnel, is worth it to prevent militant groups from once again overrunning the country. The U.S. aligned itself with warlord and militia commanders. The Northern Alliance forces were empowered in 2001 as they helped the U.S. military oust the Taliban. They later attacked villages, raped women, killed civilians, and stole livestock and land. What this chicken hawk should do is go live in a province in Afghanistan with his family, see how he does preventing his cows from being stolen by a warlord and how he fares preventing his family from being kidnapped. Make him live in this reality that he thinks is so stable and see how he does until he's begging for a special operations force to come take him out in the dark of the night so he can flee from this hellscape. Then there's the optics of an American retreat. What the hell happened to the understanding among foreign policy experts that Afghanistan was a graveyard of empires? What about the optics of U.S. forces languishing in the country for another 5 to 10 years while the U.S. continues to deny that it's lost a war and will never win? He doesn't really think China or Russia is fooled. This isn't really about Afghanistan for festering boils like Frederick Kagan and the rest of the lot who attached their names to the Project for a New American Century. It's about not being willing to admit they are wrong, that their brand of American exceptionalism, particularly that America can build countries out of the rubble of bombing campaigns, can never succeed. That's Media Dropping number 2. For Media Dropping 3, hit the button below the video and become a subscriber. You'll get an alert. And until the next dropping, we'll see you around.